My ex-husband was furious that I accepted my fiancé's children, but not his affair child. Now he's stalking me nonstop, and I've had enough. My ex-husband, let's call him Frank, and I got married deeply in love. After a while, I found out I couldn't have children. Adoption was also off the table because Frank didn't want it. He wanted biological children. He told me, I don't want to raise someone else's child. Frank wanted kids, and he told me he didn't want to leave me, but also wanted to have a child with someone else. I couldn't accept that. Later, I found out he had gotten a woman from his workplace pregnant. He told me he didn't want to divorce me and still wanted to be with me, but I couldn't stay. Despite his resistance, I divorced him, and he married the mother of his child. I know for a fact that he only got married due to pressure from his mother. She had already told him to divorce me and remarry as soon as she found out I couldn't have children. We never got along. She was one of those mothers who were possessive of their sons. This was 2 years ago. Now I'm with someone new. Let's call him Mark. Mark is kind, understanding, and has been a great support system for me after everything with Frank. I love him deeply. He has 2 sons from his previous marriage, ages 3 and 5. They stay with him every other weekend and see him regularly during the week. He's a great dad, and I admire that about him. Mark and I recently decided to get married, and I'm really happy about it. But ever since Frank found out, he has been trying to contact me. Today, he showed up outside my work. He accused me of being a hypocrite, accepting Mark's kids but refusing to accept his. He said that all he ever wanted was to build a life with me and grow old together, and that I was being unfair for not accepting him under the same circumstances. Logically, I see why he thinks it's the same situation, but it doesn't feel the same. The thought of Frank and his child still hurts me, yet I don't feel the same way about Mark and his kids. Frank insists it's the same, but is it? Update. Now, about how Frank managed to mess with my head. He told me that Mark never had to make the kind of choice he did, that Mark was never put in a position where he had to pick between being with me and having biological children. He claimed that if Mark had been in his place, he would have made the same decision he did. And honestly, for a moment, that made me stop and think. That's how the manipulation started. He made me question myself, and in the end, I felt guilty. I talked to Mark about everything, and he got very angry. He's mad that I spoke to Frank, and I think he's right to be. I've decided to apply for a position at Mark's company. It just feels like a healthier option moving forward. Update 2. Frank hasn't given up. Every day he sends flowers. Every morning I find a new bouquet on my desk at the office. The notes always say things like how he won't give up on us, how he loves me, and how I'm the love of his life. I told Frank to stop, that I don't want to talk to him anymore, but the flowers keep coming. Since he has many connections in my company, including the owner, who is his friend, I can't even figure out exactly who is delivering them to my desk. Frank comes from a wealthy background, which gives him influence in places like my workplace, making it harder for me to shut this down. I haven't told Mark about this because he gets very tense whenever Frank comes up in conversation. The last time I talked to him about Frank, he was angry, but keeping this from him doesn't feel right either. What should I do? Final update. I talked to Mark and told him everything. He asked me why I hadn't told him sooner, and I explained my fears. First, he clarified that he wasn't angry at me for keeping it from him. He was angry at Frank. He apologized for being harsh with me before, and admitted that a big part of his reaction was jealousy. However, he also said that, even though Frank's obsession isn't my fault, it could still cause serious problems in our lives. He doesn't know how far Frank is willing to take this, and while he loves me, he doesn't want to put his children in a situation like this. We decided to call off the wedding. I can't believe my relationship, which was going so well, has ended because of Frank. I feel so angry and heartbroken. In the heat of the moment, I messaged Frank's wife and told her everything. She saw the message but didn't reply. Then, Frank emailed me, saying he doesn't care whether his wife stays or leaves because if I take him back, he'll divorce her anyway. The email is still open in front of me, and I can't even process it. Why am I always the one who gets hurt? My whole life, I've tried to be kind, to see things from others' perspectives, to focus on the good in people. I don't believe I deserve this. More than anything, I'm furious that after everything Frank has put me through, he still gets to move on without a care in the world.